So this week we're going to be sharing some reasons why it's so important for you to vote this year. In fact, this year it's even more critically important than ever for teachers across South Carolina to get out and vote on November the 3rd. And we're going to share at least one reason with you every day this week. Today, what we want to focus on is the fact that in casting your ballot this November, not only do you get to influence the coming legislative session, you're actually going to be influencing the prior legislative session. It's like a 2-for-1 vote. Now, no, this isn't voter fraud and this isn't cheating. There's nothing you need to worry about here. But the last legislative session left a lot of unfinished business because of the coronavirus pandemic. There's a lot of things the General Assembly didn't get to that they'll be returning to in the coming session that matters to our schools. Just a sampling of those issues include teacher pay. Both the step increase that teachers have been promised will be retroactively passed in January if the state has revenues, and the teacher pay raise that was being discussed prior to the strike of the coronavirus pandemic. This coming year will also see continued work by the General Assembly on the issue of school vouchers. A lot of people focused on Governor McMaster's Safe Grants program over the summer, but there was actually legislation in the General Assembly during the 2020 session that would have created a permanent voucher program that would have pulled over $220 million out of South Carolina's public schools in its first year of operation alone. And this coming session will see the General Assembly try to finish business on educational reform, the massive educational reform bill package that has been discussed for the last few years. And contained within that are issues like teacher planning time that's protected time for lunch, testing and accountability, allowing non-certified teachers into South Carolina's classrooms. All of those issues are wrapped up in this idea of educational reform. So this November, it's important for you to vote not only to shape the policies of the coming legislative session, but to make sure that we have people in the South Carolina General Assembly that will work on behalf of South Carolina students and educators as they finish up the unfinished business from the last legislative session.